my dear watchers, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today together we will learn how to create a multi-language survey easily and effortlessly with the help of our Survey Maker plugin. So, let's start. Please note that in order to make use of the multi-language feature of the Survey Maker plugin, you need to have the agency package of the plugin, as the multi-language surveys along with the text-to-speech ChatGPT integrations feature are available only in the agency package of the plugin. At first, we need to highlight one important point here. So if you want to translate the plugin from, for instance, English to Spanish and display the survey in Spanish on your website, then you can make use of the Local Translate or Poedit app to manage the translations of the expressions and buttons of the plugin. However, if you have a multi-language switcher on your website and want to display the same survey both in English and Spanish on your website, then you need to make use of the multi-language translation feature of our Survey Maker plugin. So you need to manage the translation just by switching the flag of the countries and display the survey in your preferred language on your website. The first step to create a multi-language survey is to download and install the plugin on your WordPress website. I have already downloaded and installed the plugin so as not to waste your time. Also, we need to download and install the Polylang plugin. Please let me show you it. Add new plugin. Then we search here for the Polylang plugin. I have already installed it. I'm just showing it for you. Polylang, and here we can see the plugin. Here it is. As we have already installed it, it's showing active now for our website. Today together we are going to learn how to create a diet survey and display it simultaneously in English and in Spanish on our website, as we have a multi-language switcher of the languages sponsored by the Polylang plugin. I have already created a survey and translated the questions and answer options of our survey so as not to waste your time. We will learn how to create a multi-language survey by taking into consideration one or two examples of translation. So let's start creating this. As you can see, I haven't translated two questions with their answer options, and the remaining questions with their answer options are already translated, and we will learn how to create a multi-language survey and translate the questions with their answer options by taking into consideration the first and the second questions. In order to find the functionality to create a multi-language survey, we need to go to the General Settings page, General tab, and scroll down a little bit to see the multi-language surveys option. Here it is. As you can see, the example is provided in Spanish exactly for our plugin. Here we can find language codes, and which are EN and ES. So we can add any text we prefer, and by just inserting these symbols, these language codes, we can have the same text both in English and in Spanish on our website. As mentioned, you can do this for any language you prefer and for any text you prefer. However, the languages must be written in the language code available in our plugin. As we already understood how to find the survey multi-language shortcode and how to find the languages that are available in a language code, we can pass on to the creation of our first question. For that, we go back to our created survey. Here it is, and we can start it. Here you can see the English version of our two questions. So we need to understand how to display the same text in English and in Spanish on the front end. For that, we need to insert the language symbols, language codes we have mentioned before. So for the English, it will be EN. So we write the opening and closing brackets 2 points, and EN language code for the English language. And of course we do the same but for the Spanish language. And we need to write the Spanish text here. The Spanish version of this text will be ¿Eres hombre o mujer? So we write this here like this, and we need to close this by inserting opening and closing brackets with colon. That's all. We have created our question both in English and Spanish languages, so we can pass on to the creation of the answer options. As you can see, we have 2 answer options, male and female. So we will write the Spanish version of the first answer option and for the second answer option. Again, we insert opening and closing brackets, colon, en, then we write the es, then we write the Spanish version, which will be hombre, and we close this. We do the same for the female. We can copy it so as not to waste time, and we can change the words here like this, and it will be mujer. It's high time to pass on to the second question. We will do the same for this one. As you can see, we are done with the second question as well. Please note that you can also translate this part, section name, so we will just need to do the same for the section name. As you can see, creating questions in English and in Spanish simultaneously is easier than you can think. So we can see our ready-made survey on the front end. For that, we need to save the changes so as not to lose them. We click on the save button and wait a little bit until our survey is saved. That's all. In order to see our survey on the front end, we just copy the shortcode and click on a post button. Then, as you can see, I have already created our post. You just need to add a new one. Here is our survey, so it's high time to see it on 2 languages available on the front end. So we click on the preview button, preview in a new tab, and here is our survey in English version. To see our survey in Spanish version, we just need to make use of the language switcher. Click on the Spanish flag, and our survey will be translated to Spanish, and we can pass the same survey in both English and Spanish on the front end. So creating a multi-language survey for your website is a smart way to gather feedback from a diverse audience. You can improve the user experience as they just need to click on the language switcher and have the same survey in different languages at the same time. Thanks for watching us. Bye!